तू ही सहारा, इस तेरे जहां में नहीं कोई हमारा। ईश्वर या अल्लाह ये पुकार सुन ले, ईश्वर या अल्लाह हे दाता। ईश्वर या अल्लाह ये पुकार सुन ले, ईश्वर या अल्लाह हे दाता। बाप्पा विघ्नहर्ता, सहस्र भक्त जन का तू एक करता धरता। हे द्वेष मुक्त मन हो तू जिसमें वास करता, इसीलिए तू सबसे पहले बोले बाप्पा मोरया रे। बाप्पा तू सृष्टि को चलाता है, रे बाप्पा तू सम्मति का दाता है, रे बाप्पा तू भाग्य का विधाता है, रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे। नाम जो तेरा दिल से पुकारे, उसकी लगी है नैया किनारे। जब जब बाजे बाजे डंका तेरा बाप्पा, डंका तेरा बाप्पा, डंका तेरा। बढ़कर बड़ी किस्मतों की तो बिगड़ी सवारी। हे विघ्नहर्ता हे बाप्पा विघ्नहर्ता, बाप्पा विघ्नहर्ता, सहस्र भक्त जन का तू एक करता धरता। हे द्वेष मुक्त मन हो तू जिसमें वास करता, इसीलिए तू सबसे पहले बोले बाप्पा मोरया रे। बाप्पा तू सृष्टि को चलाता है, रे बाप्पा तू सम्मति का दाता है, रे बाप्पा तू भाग्य का विधाता है, रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे बाप्पा रे। मोरया रे, मोरया रे, मोरया रे, मोरया रे, मोरया रे, मोरया रे। गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Sanida Kandula of grade 11 IB, and my question to you is, as the son of the mega Bollywood star Amitabh Bachchan, do you think you are able to meet the expectations of the society?
Wow. Oh, okay. In my opinion, and I've always believed in this since I was very, very young, the world's greatest actor is Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. And I never want to try and compare myself to him or be compared to him. But if my name is spoken in the same breath as his, I think that's a matter of great honor and pride for me. Because somewhere maybe people feel that I'm worthy of that. As far as expectations are concerned, I've never believed in fulfilling other people's expectations of yourself. Even if you speak to Owen, and to any of the players, we all have expectations of Chennaiyin FC, but they have far higher expectations of themselves. So in life, don't worry about what the world is going to say about you. Worry about what you think about yourself and fulfill that first. So no, I've never really worried about expectations because my expectations and demands of myself are a lot higher than what anybody else can.
Thank you, sir.
Make them easy questions, huh? This one was really tough.
Sir, if the questions have to be easy, then they need not be asked. Only something which we find tough and we find interesting about you. We are
Don't
gonna
ask me any math questions. You saw my clip from Dasvi. I'm not good at maths.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
I am Dhiren from SSVM Medpalyam, and my question to you is the message that you would like to share to the parents or teachers who really think that sports can't really help with the children in the future?
That's great. We have 4 amazing examples sitting in front of us, parents, of how important sports is, but more importantly, that sports is a fantastic career option for your children. For me, I've played a lot of sports when I was in school. Now, working with football and kabaddi, being an Indian sports fan, Australia cheated. Sorry, Jordan. No, we're very proud of the Indian cricket team. Congratulations to Jordan and his brothers for winning the World Cup. It was deserved. But I think sports is the greatest teacher in life. For me, I've always believed that it teaches you discipline. It teaches you sportsmanship. It teaches you camaraderie. It teaches you teamwork. It teaches you how to never, ever give up. If you see Chennaiyin FC, the one thing that is part of our culture in Chennaiyin FC is until that final whistle blows, these boys will give it everything, no matter what the scoreline. So I truly believe, and thank you for asking this question. I truly believe that sports is an integral part. In fact, there was a campaign about 15, 20 years ago, which I was working with, in which we were hoping that in the national curriculums as well, they can give grades for sports as well, which count towards your final score. That's how important I think it is. And like I said, we have 4 brilliant examples of what a wonderful career you can make out of being a sportsman.
Thank you, sir. And I have one more question. This might be a little silly one, but why do you always wear 2 watches?
I feel like it. It's nice, no? Always be on time.
Yeah.
It's just something I've done for very, very many years. So it's just like that. There's no real reason. Yeah. But I mean, now people I love watches. I'm a keen watchmaker as well. I work a lot with Omega watches, and I've actually made some of their watches for them. So it's the art of watchmaking, which I really, and I really enjoy the art of watchmaking. I love watches and timepieces. So it's just for fun. There's no real reason. But for the students, it's so that I'm never late. Okay, always be on time, be punctual.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, but it looks good on you.
Thank
Two
you.
watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So if I was to buy a watch, which is one watch which you would recommend for me?
That's the beautiful thing about watches. I think watches today are not just for timekeeping. It's more about making a statement of who you are. I think today, I mean, you see the younger generation, they have time on their phones. It's all over the place. So wearing a watch is more about your personality and what you want to say about yourself. It's a fashion statement. So it all depends on what kind of a person you are, what kind of things you like. I'm a rather active, sporty person, so I've always preferred more sporty watches. But obviously there are occasions which are more formal, for which you have more formal watches. And so it entirely depends on your personality and what you want to put out at that point of time.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Hi.
My name is Jitin, and
Come.
sir, I guess you're about.
You're part of the school,
No, sir, I'm another branch.
but you're in school.
Yes, sir.
You're not a teacher.
No, sir. Sir, I guess you're about to witness the football match out there. So, do you think you'll find any prodigies to pull them into the Chennaiyin FC?
What do you feel, Gaffer? Do you want to sign anyone? Yeah, definitely. See, you have to, I think where there's a will, there's a way. If you ask any of our lads, they all started very young. They believed in themselves. They worked hard. So to any of the sports people here, not just the footballers, you work hard, you believe in yourself, you dedicate to what you're doing, and you will definitely, hopefully, play for this very badge one day. We hope so. I look forward to the day where we can sign somebody for Chennai from SSVM.
Sir, I have one more question. What do you think are the perspectives for next year T20 World Cup?
Jordan, I think you should shut your ears. It's ours, man. Come on. There's no way India is losing this, right? Let's go! No way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're also a student. You're sure? They all look so mature.
Hello, sir. I'm Ashish from School of Excellence. My question is, if you had to switch your profession with an individual, who would you choose? And why?
He's putting you into a very tough spot, I see.
If I had to switch my profession.
Yeah, if you have to switch your profession, who would you and why? Who would you choose and why?
Like, give me an example.
No, like
Yeah, a good example.
any
I'm
person.
not sure about examples. If I had to switch my profession, I can't choose another actor.
You can. It's an individual person who you want to switch your lives with.
Who would I want to switch my... I know I love my life. I wouldn't want to switch my life with anyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow, that's very tough. Basketball. Sorry, Owen. I'm a basketball fan, but yeah, I don't think I could be half as good as Owen is, but yeah, I'd love to be a sportsman. I'm not sure if I ever had the talent after school, but I tried. I would have loved to be a sportsman or be in the armed forces. I have a lot of respect for the military and armed forces.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually just, day before yesterday, I was just telling Vita, I watched a fantastic film called Sam Bahadur, which you all must see, Vicky Kaushal's new film where he's playing the legendary Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. And just, you know, being an Indian, you feel so proud about what all he achieved and what all he did. And I really feel that, you know, we should try and tell these stories of India's great sons a lot more. So either a sportsman or somebody in the armed forces. You have another question?
No, that's fine.
No, you're done? Okay. Thank you.
Sir, now we have a rapid fire session planned for you. Don't worry, there won't be any algebra in there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So who's acting like Karan Johar? You. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. So, we're here for some fun questions. We are definitely ready with them. So, we're going to see if you are too. On to Chubby for the first question.
Which is your go-to karaoke song? Karaoke song?
Karaoke song.
Yes.
Tracks of My Tears. You haven't heard it, have you?
I'll just go home and listen to it and I'll get right back to you. Next one.
Or
if you're like...
Unchained Melody. Maybe you'll have heard that. Yeah, see? Yeah. Gen Z, this is what happens.
If your life was a Bollywood movie, what would be the title?
My life is a Bollywood movie. Have you not seen my life? Come on.
We should have prepared better questions.
Yeah, I think maybe Bol Bachchan would be correct.
Okay, what would be that one superpower that you wish you possessed?
I wish I could fly.
So you're already flying for all of us. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah. If you could create a crossover between any two unrelated movies, which ones would you choose? Got you there, didn't I?
A crossover
Between any two unrelated movies. It's your choice.
of any language.
Any kind of art.
Have you all seen a movie called Basha? Let me introduce you to the original of that. There was a movie Amitabh Bachchan made called Hum. So a crossover with Rajni sir and dad would be awesome.
Wow!
So I'm really excited because after Hum, which was the last time they worked together in 91, they're actually shooting a film together right now. Yeah.
Oh.
So it'll be a lot of fun to see both of them back on screen together. So I think a crossover of Basha and Hum would have been fun.
That's a great answer.
If you were spending a movie night with your family, what would be the movie of your choice?
My family is very, very picky, you know. I mean, my father and my choices are the same, but the girls are, you know, my mom wants to see something more artistic. My wife wants to see something more South Indian. My daughter wants to see some teenage rom-com. So it becomes very difficult. But eventually, as most of the boys here will learn when you grow up and get married, you quietly listen to what the wife says.
So we know you've been quite open about your love for poetry, and we also know that your grandfather was a great poet. Is there any poem that you hold really close to your heart?
There are two. One is a poem called If by the great Rudyard Kipling, which I think holds a lot of inspiration for everyone. Whenever I'm feeling down, I read If. And the other is a poem my grandfather wrote called Agnipath.
Whoa.
And Agnipath was actually, there's a wonderful story. The great freedom fighter Chandrasekhar Azad met my grandfather in Allahabad, where my grandfather is from. And he said, everybody used to call him Bachchan. And he said, Bachchan, you're such a great poet, but you should write something to inspire the freedom fighters of India to fight the British. And he actually, inspired by that, wrote Agnipath as an inspirational poem of never giving up. So whenever you feel downhearted or, you know, feel a bit down on luck, I always read Agnipath and it infuses me with a lot of positivity and energy. So yeah, these two.
If you were in a survival game with 3 other celebrities, who would you pick? And you cannot name people from your family.
2 other people?
3 other.
3.
Yeah.
And where are we stuck? Like survival where?
Say a zombie apocalypse?
Zombie apocalypse.
That's the best one I can pick.
Has to be 3.
Has to be 3.
I'd pick Rajni uncle.
Whoa.
Because once you have Talaiva, you don't need anybody else, right? One is enough. Laga, 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 laga.
Eh.
Zombie will go. That's it.
Excellent. And last but not the least, if you were a player in football, which position would you prefer?
Centre back.
Done.
Thank you very much, sir. We're done with the questions.
That's not an offer, Owen. That's not an offer.
अभी rapid fire तो हो गया है.
लेकिन picture भी बाकी है दोस्तों.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done, girls.
Please have a huge round of applause for
Thank
sir.
you.
It's noon, so I don't know whether to say good morning or good afternoon. But I'm really happy to be here. And for that, I'd like to first thank Ms. Maklai, Mohandas, you, Shisha, Nitin, and all of you all present here today. I think you all are truly lucky to be in a place like SSVM, where not only sports, but culture, art, and several other facets which we have not seen are flourishing together. And I think all of you all need to make the most of this opportunity. For me, the journey at Chennaiyin FC has been a great learning curve. If I start from season 1, we were the last team to come on board. We were the underdogs. And people had no expectations out of us. However, I'm happy to report over here that we have outdone all of them. we were happy to be the first team to top the table of ISL. Season 2 is where we started thinking we are superstars. Halfway through the season, we were at the bottom of the table. We knew something was not right, and that's where Abhishek and I decided that we are going to go to the dressing room of CFC. We had to tell then our manager, Marco Materazzi, that please ask all the boys to dress up because we are coming in. And we spoke to the players because we truly believed that our team was talented and capable of winning the title. From there on, our luck changed and our journey changed. That was the year when Chennai had the worst floods of history, and we were all stranded in Chennai for, I think, about 4 days. We had limited access to food, electricity, and no contact with family members because none of the telephone lines, cell phones were working. We were determined that we will go and play the finals, even if we have to walk to Mumbai. That was the most special year for us because we won 7 games in a row. Our finals was in Goa. So it was the playing 11, the support team of 11 of Chennai versus the entire city of Goa. In the 88th minute, we were 2-1 down. 89th minute, 90th minute, Chennai scores. And in stoppage time, in the 91st minute, we score again. And there was pin drop silence in the Goa stadium. And that was the sweetest victory we have witnessed as a team. And I'm sure, Abhishek, you'll till date. And this season has taught us all that never give up till the last minute, because you never know what that extra time is going to do to you. So this is my message to all of your present. Don't give up because it's not over till it is really over. Season 4 was a very, very sweet season where we just saw victories and more victories. And it was like a fairy tale. So sometimes life is a fairy tale, but it doesn't continue to be truthful. Season 6 is when we started our journey, and halfway through we had crisis. And that's where destiny sent Owen to us. Yes. And Owen really changed the way team performed, the way team believed in themselves, and the way team behaved. That year, we went to play the finals only thanks to Owen. After the finals, there was a lockdown, and we all know what happened with the onset of COVID. However, again, this teaches us one more thing, that do not take anything for granted because you never know what lays ahead of you. And no matter what it is, we got to learn to deal with it, we got to learn to fight it, and we got to learn to overcome it. So you guys are still very young over here, and you have many more years and many more difficult and different situations to deal with. And you should never ever give up. You should never ever say that this is it. And you got to continue to stay motivated. You need to continue to fight for your right. You need to continue to become a leader and also become a role model. This is only as far as Chennaiyin FC is concerned. If I tell you my larger experiences in life, then I would say that sport teaches you to become a better leader. Data shows that it teaches you to become a better decision maker. And this is not only true in football, but across all sports. So no matter what you are playing, whether it is chess, whether it is football, whether it is table tennis, whether it is kabaddi, whether it is something else, it's reflexes. And there is so much to learn. And one more thing that I have learned recently is that even if you lose in some game, it's not failure, because nobody can win perpetually. Somewhere you have to learn to accept defeat. And that doesn't mean it's a failure. It's only a learning curve. And you got to go on and you will succeed. You will win. And you got to have your self-belief. Because if you do not have your self-belief, and this is what I tell my team all the time, that believe in your own self, believe in your talent, believe in your capabilities. Because each one of us has that. So again, when you go for your exams, just because you learned something the last day doesn't mean that this is it. Something that you sat through the entire year, and I'm sure somewhere it will be reflected. Somewhere it will come out when you are writing that paper. And even if you don't do well that day, that doesn't mean that you are no good. You are good. You are capable. And you have what it takes to become a leader, to become a future of this country. Michael Phelps said, I'm sure many of you all have read his book, but if you haven't, I would strongly recommend that you should do that. And you should be willing to do what others are not willing to do. And that is what will make you a real leader. So no matter what sports you are playing, no matter what passion you are pursuing, do something out of the box. Be willing to work harder. They say that it's not overnight success. It's many, many years of hard work is what people think that Messi is an overnight success. And that's not true. So all of y'all continue to work hard, continue to give your best. And I'm sure you will not only make your family proud, you will not only make SSVM proud, but you will make our country proud. And that is what it's all about. Lastly, if I have one wish, I would say that I wish I could be in your place right here and come back to SSVM to study like each one of you. No, it's not funny. Trust me, when you're going to be out of school, you'll say, I wish I'd gone back to school. So really make the most of your time and your opportunity over here. Make wonderful memories, make great friendships, and learn whatever you can learn over here, because this is just the beginning. And I'm sure you have a very, very bright future ahead. Thank you.